ideas of what can we include in a Bitmoji scene together, and how we can take this whole idea to the next level. So let's start. Bitmoji is an app, actually. It's available on both Android and Apple devices. You can download it and create your own, and you can also use it any way you want. You can create your own, some like avatar that looks just like you, and you can change the way it looks to make it look like you, and you can download it. And then after you download it from your App Store or Google Play, you can actually use it everywhere, like in your presentations, just like my presentation here. And you can also use it, I use it also as stickers for assessing my students. And you can also use it for, yes, creating your, as we said, teaching space. So let's take a look at one example just for you to see what a Bitmoji scene looks like. Ta-da! So this can be one of the scenes that you're creating here. Some of you already said that maybe we can include videos in our scene. Yes, we have. I have different videos here, and I have a task for my students. I have the task here on the board, and once they watch, they can choose any video they want, and once they watch it, they simply click here, and it takes them to Wiser Me, and then they can answer questions that are related to the video that they chose. So that's one way to give students a task that is interactive and colorful and attractive for our students to see, and it has you, their teacher, and it's personalized. Plus, you give them a choice. Having a choice is something that really motivates students. When they have a choice, it's their own choice. This is the video that I choose, and not my teacher chose it for me. It makes a lot of difference. So that's one example of a Bitmoji scene. I'm going to show you another one. I prepared this for teachers, and I actually included all my teaching, my online teaching ideas here. And I have, as you can see here, me sitting on the couch, and I have my laptop here. And this, my logo here, links to my website. So what do we have here? We actually have a scene, and inside the scene, we have different links. I can put the link just like that, where I have the video here. And I can also link any object that I want to a site, to any site that I want, to any video that I want, okay? For example, I can link this. I didn't do that here, but I can link this cup of coffee to any site that explains about coffee and how we make coffee, okay? I can link this to a different site about plants, okay? So I can actually use this teaching space to link it to anything that I want, anything that I want to my students to be exposed to, my students to learn and explore. This is an example from a teacher from the States. It's not mine. It's not mine, but what do we have here? We have like a scene where we have it's all about Eric Carle's amazing books. And what she did here, she linked each and every book cover. You see here this picture to a video about this story, so it can be read aloud to students. And it's, as you can see, it's colorful, it's interactive. I think it's too colorful for my taste, but it's fun for students, and this is their own teacher. Another example is this, which is also, it resembles a classroom. You can choose any space that you want. You can choose the scene that you want for your students to explore. It can be space, it can be a ship, it can be the ocean, it can be anywhere you want, depending on the topic or the theme that you are teaching. Okay, this is also another example, and here's another example. I love this, by the way, because it includes a lot of this is not my work. This is from a teacher from the States, but she included here, and she shared it online. She included videos of a lot of books that talk about anti-racism and diversity. I like the name jar, by the way, if you want to check it out. It's an X on it, and it's going to take me to a video. Okay. I'm going to continue. So how do we create a scene? We have to choose a background. Where can you look for images? First, you can look in Google Images, or you can check out these two sites, and I linked them here. I'm going to show you Unsplash, because we are going to just practice how to create our own space. So what I would like you to do is please type in the chat any scene that you want us to start working on. Okay. A private joke?
No, it just worked out.
No, it just happened.
Ah, okay.
No,
Because summer and okay, let's
Right.
pick a picture that we like here. See, Unsplash is amazing. It has beautiful pictures. I'm going to take this one. This is lovely. So I'm going
These are
to,
copyright free.
yes, copyright free. In Unsplash, you just have to, if you're using it for your own, then it's okay. But if you're going to send it to others to see, then you should like write down the name of the photographer and then mention the site. So I'm going to copy this, and we're going to start creating together. So I'm going to delete this.
So do you
Okay.
make your Bitmojis on Google Slides?
This is what I wanted to say later. What I do, yes, on Google Slides, because this is like the easiest way to do it. Okay, you play around with the picture, and you can enlarge it and play around with it. And I know that Adele, as you told me that you're working a lot with Google Slides. I mean, the teachers are used to working with Google Slides, right?
Yep.
So, okay. Now, let's think about things that we can put inside our scene. Now, in order to add images to our scene, we need to go to, okay. We can add images from, you can go to insert, and then you can insert an image. You can upload from your computer any image that you have already on your computer, or you can search the web for any image, or you can go to your drive, your photos, or by URL, as I did when I chose the GIF of the cat that you saw before. It depends. So let's, what do you want to put on the beach? Let's search for something. Search the web. And a tip, if you want to search for something, you should add the word transparent, so it will be transparent, and it would be easier for you to put it inside your scene. So what do you say? What do you want to have there?
A surfing board.
Okay. Surfing board, transparent.
2 tequila sunrise.
Rebecca, I said a margarita with a little umbrella.
Pina colada.
I'm not going to put alcohol there.
Yeah, that's true. That's not fair to Rania. Sorry, Rania. Go for the towel, honey.
Sorry.
Okay. So, surfing board. How come I don't have
How about a kiosk? How about a
I'm gonna put this. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna insert this.
An ice
cream.
now
Okay.
you have an umbrella. A hammock, that's a good one.
A banana split.
Now I have my board here, as you see here. I'm going to add myself and put an holding an ice cream cone. Okay, so I'm going to go to, I have an extension of the Bitmoji that I told you about before, and I'm going to give you another tip now. Once I click on it, Hopefully it will open. I hope it will open. Yes, it did. I'm going to type in. I don't know what's wrong with my internet connection.
While you're doing that, I'm just going to explain to people Bitmojis. You go in the first time and you make your character to resemble you in some way. And then it comes up with all these little things, all these different poses and props and expressions with that same character that you have made. And you can use it in your email, and you can use it in, like Rania's doing, she's put it as an extension on her Chrome.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to add this one.
The first time you dress it, you put a hat on or a dress or pants, whatever you want.
Yes, anything.
The Bitmoji does all the rest of the work.
Okay, that's me standing on the beach, and I'm going to put the ice cream cone that we talked about. So I'm going to search for, we're going to leave the word transparent and choose ice.
Meanwhile, somebody asked if you could do it in PowerPoint, and I think it would be very, very complicated. It really needs to be attached to the web.
It's easier to do it on
It's
slides.
just easier to do it on Google Slides.
Yes, I like this. Okay. Okay, so I can have my Bitmoji holding a cone. I can play around with it. Now what I can do here is I can actually link the board that I have here and the ice cream to different sites. It can be assignments that I want to give my students to do, anything. And I can add a sign here if I want, like saying to my students, telling them have a lovely summer vacation. I can do a lot of things with it. The sky is not the limit in terms of things that I can do with it. You just have to play around with it. I warn you that if you want to start playing around with it, it's going to be time consuming in the beginning because it is addictive. You're going to love it. I assure you. Yes. So we're going to talk about how to put content. So you use hyperlinks, okay? So you can link it to different documents that you have on your Google Drive, different websites, videos, interactive activities. If you're using Wiser.me, if you're using Quizlet, anything, any link, it can be linked to any image that you want inside your teaching space. Okay?
So Tzipora has written choice boards. So in essence,
exactly. This is some kind of a choice board that is more attractive than having just squares. This is much more fun and interactive and colorful, I think.
Yes, 100% much more fun than my choice boards. I have boring choice boards. Now that I see this is much more fun than mine.
Okay, so how do you share this? Okay, if we're talking about Google Slides and you don't want your students to play around with your images, because if you give it to them in editing mode, they can play around with it and do whatever they want with it and move it. So if you don't want them to do that and you still want them to be able to click on the various items that you chose, then you can share it as in the view only, or you can publish it to the web, or you can export it as a PDF. And if you export it as a PDF, it still works. You simply go to Files, and then you go to Download, and then you choose the PDF. Okay, here. Now, how can we take it, all the things that I mentioned now, how can we take this to a different level? to the next level. Okay, we can create our own virtual library. We can have everything that we want our students to read. If you're doing let's say literature, if you're teaching for Bagrut, then you can have different items inside your teaching space, and then you can have your students reading reading the books. You can have a bookshelf reading the stories that you want them to read in literature, or reading the poems, whatever you want. You just have to play around with the idea. So it can be a virtual library. You can also have your weekly assignments linked there, and you can also add a date or some kind of an instruction in a beautiful manner where your Bitmoji is inside your space. You can publish it. You can publish your students' work there, so parents can see it, so the whole school can see it. You can add it to your school site, so it can be another way to publish your students' work and link them there. Okay, you can have comprehensive lessons that can be well structured and clear to your students. And you can also create a student-based review room where your students can move from one slide to the other, from one learning space, let's call it a learning space, to the other, according to his or her own pace. For example, if we're talking about, if we are going to talk about grammar, for example, so one slide can be, for example, an introduction of, although I don't like really to teach grammar as is, but let's say you're going to talk about habits. So in the first slide, we're going to talk about general habits where students can explore, and then you can introduce the present simple in the second slide. And the other side, you can talk about the negative, the things that you don't do every day. So your students can actually work gradually according to their own pace, and visiting, like traveling from one slide to the other, where you can link different slides, and then they can learn independently in their own comfort, and learn English according to their pace. And this is an excellent opportunity to do that. I think that Bitmoji scenes are really incredible. You should use them. Even if you don't use the Bitmoji itself, you can use the Google Slides platform to create your own interactive teaching. In this site, remove BG. Okay, you can take your own picture. Okay, you upload an image, any image that you want. You can upload your dog's image to make it your own personal space. You can upload your student's image, any image, and it makes it transparent. So once you put it on Google Slides, then it's like fits in there naturally. It doesn't have any background behind the picture. I'm going to go to Unsplash, choose a picture of a boy. Okay, let's take this boy. I'm going to download this picture. Okay, save. I'm going to upload the image of the boy that I've just chosen. Okay, it's uploading, as you can see here. That's a different boy. Okay. This is the original. And this is what happens after you take out. You remove the Bitmoji.
One